Ding 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 ding.
Easy work, man.
Easy work, man.
Well, folks, what is the crack? What is the story? Here we go, back at it again. Up the Thurso, doing a bit more paneling. The paneling never ends. It actually takes surprisingly quite a long time to panel the whole house, even though we're only doing the easy paneling. I mean, it's not exactly rocket science, is it? Just sticking these yolks onto the wall and nailing them in. But it takes a lot of time. But it'll be worth it. You actually get quite proficient at it quite quickly. You get yourself into a wee groove where you just kind of, you know exactly what you need to do next. You basically have a panel ready to go. You get her glued up, slurp, 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 spludge, spludge, and you stick it on the wall. You get her nailed in, you're on the next one in no time. Easy. Get a house panelled in no time. Anyway, I got a wee helper back. Santa's little helper, wee Isla, came back up to help for once. And I got myself a haircut. And you look at that. No more big stinky mullet. I'm back into the world of normality. But the house was pretty cool because I didn't really have any radiators. We'd taken them away. They were like the old, what were they called? The old radiators that just kind of store heat. Storage heaters, that's what they were called. But they were basically yellow. They were meant to be white, but they were yellow. And they were about 50 years old, so I was like, right, we're getting them out to T-fuck. And we're going to get nice new Wi-Fi radiators that you can turn off from China, if you had to. Which sounds like quite a nice idea if you're ever, if you ever go away for the weekend and you don't have to have that horrible feeling of, oh my god, I've left the heating on. The weekend's ruined. You can just go onto your phone and turn it off by Wi-Fi. So this was us getting the radiators installed, which is another, relationship breaker. It's high stress situation, putting holes in the walls and trying to hang up a radiator. But looks like we got there in the end. Just wee cheap ones from B&Q. They're about 150 quid each. I don't know if you consider that cheap, but it was compared to the other ones that we looked at. But we got it up in the end. There's a radiator. We've got heat because I was starting to feel the cold. Not easy up in Thurso without radiators. Isla was going to walk in some weekend and just find me a big icicle wrapped up in bed because Keir Starmer took away my heating allowance. The arsehole. I don't really know what all that was about with the heating allowances and Keir Starmer, but I know he is an arsehole. So, there's another arsehole there. Sonny. Mr. Sonny Sunak. He should definitely run for Prime Minister. Because he is the biggest arsehole. There he goes, he's eating a watermelon. I don't know why, that just makes me laugh. On the watermelon. Look at him getting stuck in. I wonder what that must taste like to a dog. He eats the shell and all. The skin. I don't know what you call the outside of a watermelon. Is that the shell? The skin? The rind? I don't know. But you shouldn't be eating it. But that arsehole is. Anyway, enough watermelons. We've got houses to refurbish here. And I've got big old holes in my walls. We had a vent. Oh no, it wasn't a vent. This is where the old gas fireplace was, I think. And it had this, it was like a vent that went out through the living room, out to the back of the house. So whenever we took the gas fireplace away, because it was pretty old and stinky and retro, I actually quite liked it, to be honest, but I listed it wouldn't fit in with the look. I thought it was quite 70s and cool, but it was gone. So we were left with this big vent, and I couldn't get it out the wall. I kept trying to pull it out, and it wouldn't budge, so I was just like, fuck, I'll just hammer it in more and get it covered up. Which, to be honest, looking back on it, maybe not the best idea, but it was kind of fun to do. Just getting absolutely laid in, leathering the wall. Just doof, doof, doof. Pretty nice. And then that's what I was left with. So I'm just going to kind of cover over that with some plasterboard or plaster or something. And I had to go out to the back as well and do the same thing. This is where it went through on the outside. But yeah, on hindsight, I don't know if this is the best idea, because I'm thinking, you know, maybe rainwater's gonna kind of seep in through this. I'm obviously going to cover this with with cement, but I'm thinking if like the rain's battering against that, is that just all going to get sucked up in through this vent and come into the house and leave a big damp spot on the wall? I don't know, but we're going to find out, like all the rest of the dodgy stuff that I've done. Beware your sins will find you out, isn't that the saying? Well, we shall see. Going to get her filled up with expandable foam, and then we'll be grand. That's the answer to everything. Get yourself some foam, some foamage. Took the arsehole to the beach. Look at that. Usain Bolt. Gadoof. Pretty good going. Don't know where this beach was. Some wee private one that me and I go to with the dog every once in a while. And we saw, what did we see? Yeah, we saw some seals. nothing unusual. Just the usual seals. I had it in my head that we saw some killer whales, but I haven't seen them yet. But they are about. And this is just some of the nice scenery. This is the Caithness flagstone that you see up around Caithness. What it's famous for. Stone that gets used for making pavements and roofing and stuff. Which I find very interesting. They say that it's harder than granite. Somebody said that. I say they said that, but somebody told me that. And you know what? I believed them. Said it's harder than granite. Caithness flag. You know what? I'm going with that. Anyway, that's us. Smell yous next week, folks. Catches on the flip side.